What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new series on the channel this week, and it is called Rags to Riches, which is a Road to Glory theme where pretty much I'll get a set budget for the year and I'm allowed to attack any competition that I would like. Now, the reason I've gone for this and not a more specific Road to Glory this year is because I feel like I didn't really want to attach myself too much to a competition in Sorare, and I wanted to be able to be versatile in this series. And one week we could be playing the Premier League, the next week we could be playing Eredivisie, maybe even some Arena in there as well. So yeah, it's going to be rags to riches. We're going to have a budget and we're going to do the best that we can do on Sorare 26 this year. If you guys are excited, then please do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into rags to riches. Yes, guys, a new series means a new spreadsheet, of course. You can see here our gallery or our spreadsheet is completely empty. We have not made a sign-in yet, and I'm going to be doing it, through this video today, making sign-ins, or I guess thinking out loud to you lot. And of course, in the comments down below, if there is anyone you do want to see feature in this series season, if there's a competition you want me to do, whatever it is, let me know in the comments down below. And I will say, I have come to the conclusion or the decision. This is not sponsored. I'm not getting an ad or whatever. I'm not getting paid to promote this site. However, I believe that it's helped me out massively, and I thought, what better way to decide a budget than just saying everything that I earn on free cash is going to be my budget for this series or season, because that way then I can earn more through it if obviously I play games and stuff. So for those of you guys that don't know, I have earned currently at the moment £134 from free cash. For those of you guys that don't know what that is, pretty much you just play apps on your phone and then you get given money for playing the apps. And don't get me wrong, it definitely does take a long time. It's very time consuming, and you can see here at the top I played for 48 days, so and I played quite a lot. So don't get me wrong, nothing in this life is free, but it is a good way to make some money. If you guys want to get involved in that or whatever, the link will be in the description down below to sort of sign up. And yeah, you just sort of play apps, you try and make money, and I'm going to use that money for the series here today. So you can see my budget is £134, which is quite a lot, to be honest, and I want to be able to be, I think the whole point of this Road to Glory is that I really want to be versatile. I want to be able to do anything on Sorare and be able to produce good content from it, and hopefully get good rewards and things like that. With that being said, I do really want to target the hot streaks, to be honest, and I think I am gonna make a video on it for sure on the channel. I am gonna sort of say like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video to do with like when's the best time to buy certain cards. But I feel like right now with the hot streaks going on, a lot of the prices are dictated by this hot streaks, as a lot of you guys that play so rare will know. And I feel like the 5 times stuff for game week 1 is quite extortionately priced, especially for a Road to Glory. So I thought, what better time to start a Road to Glory than now, when a lot of the game week 1s have passed. Obviously have just passed. You can see on screen here, here is the Premier League one that's obviously just gone. However, we have the Bundesliga, who is that is the competition that's kind of, I guess, hyped because it's in the 5x at the moment. For those of you guys that don't know how to check that, you can come on hot streaks here, and you can just sort of have a look here. So it says here boosted five times. So I think I'm gonna on purpose avoid the Bundesliga for this video today, because obviously it's pretty much it's kind of like a budget Road to Glory. Like, well, we have a budget, of course. It is quite a big one, and bigger than I'm used to. Usually I get like 20-50 pounds. But yeah, I'm gonna set myself just the free cash budget, whatever that might be. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is try and attack these comps that have 2 times on them. Now, I will say, of course, you guys saw a video earlier on the channel this week where I did actually hit the Eredivisie streak, and I'm thinking that could potentially, and of course I hit the Premier League one as well. You can't really see because of my camera's in the way, but I was thinking maybe we could attack the Eredivisie in this series, because I will already be going for the 2nd streak. And also I'm looking at some of these like Contender, Challenger, JPL at 250 points, to hit the 1st streak, and it's 2 times rewards. It's very tempting to at least build a squad for pretty much I might try and build a squad for like each competition on this budget. I feel like it's definitely doable, but of course it's going to take time. I'm not going to be able to do it all in this video today, but I feel like we can get maybe three or four lineups or something like that. And I definitely like the idea of doing, say, Liga 1 or La Liga or like the Champions stuff as well, because two times boosted rewards is pretty decent. So La Liga is almost something that I definitely will do because I really enjoy watching the La Liga and scouting in it and stuff like that. And then League One perhaps as well. I mean, it's quite enticing to be honest. But yeah, and then Bundesliga will probably save to the next video perhaps, or something like that, yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, and of course I'm not going to spend the entire budget in this video today because I do want to listen to the feedback in the comments, and if there's any specific things you guys do want to see, then of course we will do that. And with that being said, I do want to mention as well Arena. But I feel like I definitely do want to do Arena because I feel like it's something that people want to see. However, I feel like we should earn the essence from this series to then enter the Arena rather than me just entering the Arena for this video today. Because obviously we haven't actually earned any essence from the gallery yet. Because this is the first episode, of course. So yeah, I feel like let's build some squads, try get some essence, play some Arena, have a bit of fun in the series in general. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to go away now and try and plan some lineups, and I'll be back with whatever the plan is. If you are new to Sorare and you want to support a small creator in myself, then I would really appreciate if you use my link in the description down below to sign up. And of course, you'll receive all the best referral / welcome bonuses using the link down below in the description. Thank you. Yes guys, I'm back, and I've decided to attack the La Liga comp for the video for today. And you can see we've already made our first two purchases of the season, and it is both from the club Osasuna. We've got Aymar Oroz, as you can see here, a midfielder, quite young, under 23 in fact, and looks like a decent little player, and I think he's going to be a bit of a star for Osasuna. So we go ahead and pick him up for £6.37, and we also pick up the defender from Osasuna for the exact same price. Now, I'll be honest, when I went to purchase these players, it did say they were cheaper, but for some reason on Sorare they're telling me that I paid a little bit more, so I'm just going to put what it says on screen, which is fine. You can see Coutinho here is a great centre back here who actually got an assist in the last game. I do think this is a bit of an overpay for probably probably for both players, to be honest. No doubt, probably in a few weeks they'll be a lot cheaper, but I just want to get playing and I want to try and hit the streak. So yeah, I thought I'm going to go ahead and pick up a La Liga lineup for the video today. And I am sort of looking at another couple of players. You can see, or you actually can't see because my webcam is blocking. I did put a bid on for Lorente, however, it doesn't look like we're going to win this bid, so a little bit unfortunate there, I guess. And then we have put a bid on for Lenormand. I don't think I'm going to win this, but I've got the bid on there anyway. And yeah, I did a bid on a couple more players, and I'm not really too sure. I'm sort of waiting to see now. Obviously, with a series like this, it's kind of going on top of my own gallery. As you can see, there's some other cards here, and I am very interested about potentially using my in-season Odi Aziz from my Newcastle collection, because he has moved to Sevilla, so potentially I might add him to this series. However, I'm just waiting to see how likely he is to actually play for Sevilla, because I know they have Nyland in goal. I don't think he was registered for the first game, so I'm not too worried about the first game. But I'm going to see how likely he is for the future to be playing, because that could save us a few pennies if we say that we got this Odi Aziz for that. Although I'm not really sure if he will play, so I'm going to wait to see with there. And then yeah, in terms of the other players we are looking at, obviously, if we do get an in-season Odi Aziz, it allows us to get a classic card. So I've put in a cheeky bid, I guess, or an offer for Eric Garcia, probably a bit cheaper than he should be going for. But of course, this would be the classic. Again, I'm not really sure about Eric Garcia's situation at Barca. He did play last game and done well, and he usually plays really well when he does play. He's relatively young as well, so I'm assuming he will probably not play every game, but play quite a lot and a good classic piece to have. And then yeah, we did also offer for Cardona, Villarreal, but I'm not yeah, he's a bit expensive, £8 I've put in the bid for, but yeah, he'd probably be I probably won't be able to get him just yet. And then Rafa Marin is another one that I'm interested. I still might get Rafa Marin, to be fair. They did offer me £7 for him, but I wasn't too sure. So yeah, they're the players we're sort of engaging or looking at. I'm kind of leaving the goalkeeper till last, to be honest. But yeah, we're halfway to building a La Liga in-season team to try and hit that streak. Yes, guys, so you saw me umming and ahhing in the last clip about La Liga teams and squads and players that I want to bring in. We have now completed the side, and I will show you guys how much I paid for it all at the end. But I worked together here with ABX, who is, of course, a La Liga expert. So yeah, and he's helped me with videos in the past, so shout out to him. And yeah, we've built this little squad. So we've got Leo Roman in goal. Odiaziz doesn't look like he's going to get registered in time. Sevilla having a bit of money issues, so we might use Odiaziz in the future because I've got two in the gallery, as you can see here. However, Leo Roman is going to be our keeper. Then we have gone and picked up a Mallorca defender. It's the fullback, Mojica. It looks like he plays a lot, and to be honest, he was super cheap, so it's kind of like a no-brainer. And yeah, hopefully he does well for us. Aymar, of course, you guys see me pick him up in the last clip, and yeah, we picked up two forwards here. Danny Rabba, who looks like he's on set pieces and potentially penalties and things like that, and he looks like a good piece for Valencia, so I thought it'd be a good classic captain option for us. And then we picked up Alfon Gonzalez, of course, another man that hasn't registered with Sevilla, but this one I was a bit more like okay to take the risk on because it's a forward in-season card, and I think he'll hopefully he gets registered and plays for Sevilla in the near future, but we'll have to wait and see with news from that one. The only bad side to this first team that we are building here for the first game week is, number one, Rabba unfortunately is playing against Catena, so yeah, kind of clashes, defender against captain forward. And also we are over the cap 260, so we're only going to be receiving the 2% boost for multi-club. So it will definitely take something special for us to be hitting the streak, but hey, you never know, you never know. So we've built this squad for La Liga, and you can see on screen here. I've updated the spreadsheet a little bit, and you can see all of the players that we have got in the gallery so far. I think I am yet to add one more. Oh yeah, the goalkeeper, who I will add, and you will see in the next clip. But I think the goalkeeper cost me £13. So all in all, I think I paid about £30 for this La Liga side, and hopefully we get close to yielding that throughout the season. And of course, if we're hitting streaks, we should be able to do that hopefully pretty soon if we do well in the streak. So that is the plan. So we've spent £30 of our budget in the Liga, and I think next I might try and attack, potentially to round off this video, the Eredivisie or the JPL or something like that, and build one more team for us just to go into the next game week with two sides and have a bit of fun. So yeah, let's see what we build next. If you guys want to help and support me create more videos like this one for you guys to enjoy, then I would really appreciate if you became a member using the link down below in the description. Yes guys, so in the last clip we did build our La Liga side for Rags to Riches, and I was sort of umming and ahhing at what competition I should be playing next, and I'll be honest with you guys, I've done a lot of scouting in the JPL, and I did manage to build a little team for, I think it was around £30 or so, which is similar to La Liga. However, I have leaned slightly towards building an Eredivisie stack. I did also scout in Liga 1, but prices just don't seem about right at the moment. So I've gone ahead and gone with Eredivisie, and the reason for that is because I actually managed to pick up a stack cheaper than the JPL one that I did build. Also, it's kind of like convenient timing for me, because as you can see here, we're already in Division 2, and I am just going to go ahead and use this because, yeah, obviously, for those of you guys that follow the channel, this is from Budget Battles. We played at Eredivisie Comp, and I did hit the streak, so we're following on from the streak, and to be honest, I'm just going to do it, because it doesn't really make much point from my perspective just to start again, or you know what I mean. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and use this slot. And for those of you guys that watch budget battles, we did have an in-season goalkeeper in Jurjas, I think it's pronounced, who was actually a bit of a cheat code for that game week because he was only playing for that game week and was super cheap. We have picked up an actual starter. Hopefully he stays in goal for the season. However, they are playing Ajax and the team isn't that favourable, but we did manage to get him super cheap, and I'll show you guys all the prices at the end. But yeah, we pick up Fabian in net. Now, we do have Anel from the budget battles, who I haven't sold yet, and I'm actually going to keep hold of him because I will use him for this series, Rags to Riches, if I deem it necessary. However, I haven't added him to the spreadsheet yet because we're not using him. So we have actually got a Go Ahead Eagles defender, and to be honest with you guys, he's just the cheapest starter I could buy. And the whole point of this series is to try and do it as cheap as possible. So yeah, I've got a Go Ahead Eagles defender, and hopefully he helps me hit the streak. Now we do actually have two midfielders here. Again, one from the budget battle series, Nasso, who actually did do fantastically well and is definitely captain potential. This guy, Mateus Chiolo, I don't actually know if he's a starter for 420, but he was super cheap. He's on 70%. The fixture's okay. I'm going to have to do a bit more research into him. However, he was just so cheap, and you guys know it's always good to get extra players just in case of injuries and things like that. So I picked up Chiolo, however, I don't think I'm going to use him this week. We are definitely going to use Nasso. And then our final two players to complete our stack is Jacob Bruhelm, I don't know if that's how you say his name, or Bruham, a young lad who just scores fantastically on Sorare, or definitely did in the last season. I think he got injured for a bit and he's come back now, and he's going to be our classic hitter. And then we've got Dan Rotz, who's yet to really kick off his season with 20. However, I got him in anticipation that he might be able to help us. So yeah, so pretty much this is going to be pretty much our stack of players every week, and then these three are just dependent on fixtures and stuff. Or I will say Anel hasn't been added yet, so we'll wait and see, because obviously Anel will have to be swapped with Jacob if we do decide to use him. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put Dan Rotz in, and this is going to be the stack for the game week. I am going to give the armband to Jacob. However, I will say I am obviously recording these videos in advance, so the lineups that I build in these videos are always subject to change. Deadline, I could change something. It might even be something small like the armband and stuff like that, just so you guys know going into next video. But yeah, as things stand, this is going to be our Eredivisie stack for Rags to Riches, and that means that we have now completed two lineups ahead of the first game week for this series, or the first episode, and this is our Eredivisie one that needs to try and hit 300 points to yield $10. And I will say to you guys that this stack did cost about, give or take, £27 or so, because our La Liga side did cost about £31 or so. All of the prices and stuff are here, and I will link this spreadsheet in the description down below so you guys can properly have a look at it. But all in all, we have spent about £60 for the two sides, so we have done pretty well. You can see here the goalkeeper, De Kaiser, we got for £7, which is nice and cheap. Actually, the person I played in budget battles, for those of you guys that don't know, Josh Medley, a great YouTuber in Sorare, he actually gave me a little bit of a discount on him. So I guess that's the good thing about having mates and friends in the community. It wasn't much of a discount, but every little helps in series like this. Obviously, Nasso we picked up in the series itself, so I just paid whatever I paid for him. I put the number there, and then yeah, Nauba, very cheap starter for Go Ahead Eagles, so I picked him up. Brohelm, of course, he's a classic, so quite cheap because it is a classic. And then Chiolo, again, that was the midfielder that I don't really know much about him, but just wanted to pick up like a safety net, if you like. Very cheap as well for an in-season card. And then Damrot's quite expensive, considering he's not done much this season. However, I like wingers that are attackers, so I just picked him up. Maybe a bit of an overpay for Damrot's, but I thought, you know what, because I got nice prices everywhere else, I'll allow myself to spend a little bit, maybe a little bit of an overpay for Rots. But of course, if he gets a decisive, then it's going to be definitely not an overpay. And yeah, you can see here we've got team. So our teams for the game week 3 or the first episode is the Liga team that we showed earlier in the video, the Eredivisie team. We've spent £60. Hopefully, we can do well and get some good scores and hit some streaks. Let's find out. Yes, guys, so that rounds off Rags to Riches episode 1, and I'll be honest, I'm very excited to start this series, not only because it's episode 1, but I just really enjoy the ability to do what I like in a series and be able to just say, yeah, we're doing all these different comps, and it allows me as a manager to improve and get better knowledge in other competitions as well. Of course, I do the series budget battles on the channel, and I play all these different competitions with these creators, but half of the time it's my first time in them competitions, so I do enjoy, I like the idea of having a series where I can explore a little bit and maybe educate myself in some leagues that I don't usually play and that sort of stuff. And of course, like I said at the start of the video, all of the money or the budget, the wallet for this series is from free cash, so it's essentially money that I haven't really, I just play games to essentially play the game or Sorare, you know what I mean, and create content. So all in all, it just seems like a good idea. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like this, if you're excited to follow along my journey. Maybe you guys have a similar sort of thing going on, and you have to let me know in the comments. I know a lot of people on stream do definitely update me and tell me they're doing little road to glories and stuff like that. It's always excited to hear. I love to follow along in your guys' journey. With that being said, if you did enjoy the video today, please do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys in a future video. Peace.